Alright, in this video, we're going over some of the new top 5 best guns to use if you're trying to secure your first MGB nuke. If this video does help you guys out, make sure you drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, and also turn on those post notifications. Let me know down in the comment section right now, what is your favorite gun to use right now here in Modern Warfare 2 Season 5? If you have an MGB nuke, let me know how many. Now, for the first class, we're taking a look at the FR AVANCER. Now, this is a very underrated, misunderstood assault rifle in multiplayer. Some people love it, some people hate it. Personally, I am really enjoying this weapon here. Now, for the first attach, we are going to rock the RMT grip to increase that sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed. This class setup, you're going to have to focus on running and gunning and overall taking people out at those close to medium ranges. Now, for the tuning, we are going to be increasing that sprint to fire speed at -0.32 and aim down sight speed at -0.84. Overall, a great attachment and tune combo that you can't go wrong with. We are skipping over the cone because these are not going to be necessary, and honestly, we don't have enough space. We're also skipping over the stocks. These are not going to help us out. We're skipping over the optic because we are going to utilize the iron sight, and we're skipping over the laser here. We have a bunch of attachments we're going to skip over because there's some better options. Now, we are going to rock the 600mm FR longbore. Personally, I find the most success and consistency, that's key here, with the FR AVANCER, with this attachment increasing that damage range, hip fire accuracy, as well as bullet velocity. For the tuning, we are going to be increasing aim down sight speed some more at -0.27 and more recoil steadiness at +0.29. Now, we are going to rock this weapon loud and proud. This is going to be one of the only ARs I'm actually recommending you guys rocking loud and proud because we need to control the recoil. The FTAC Castle Comp is going to be a great attachment to do so, removing horizontal and vertical recoil with this weapon. For the tuning, we are going to be increasing more recoil control at +0.10 and recoil stabilization at +0.77. Now, we are going to rock an underbarrel, and the Commando foregrip is going to be a great attachment for this weapon. It's going to smooth out that recoil pattern, giving us increased aim idle stability as well as recoil stabilization. For the tuning, we are going to be increasing more aim walking speed at -0.37 and aim down sight speed at -0.49. We're taking advantage of close range as well as long ranges with this attachment. And then finally, we are going to rock the 45 round mag because this gun does come with 25 by default. It is enough, but just having 45 is really helpful. Once you go ahead and jump in the firing range, you're going to see that we have a class setup that, believe it or not, has a quick ADS, and you're going to see in all my class setups, it has 0 recoil. I know a lot of people struggle with the recoil control on the FR AVANCER. This class setup will help you out. Now, for the secondary, we are going to be utilizing the FTAC Siege in its submachine gun format here. I absolutely love this. I rock it on all of my weapons here in Modern Warfare 2. We have on the SIR 160 rear grip to increase that sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed. For the tuning, we are going to be increasing sprint to fire speed at -0.32 and aim down sight speed at -0.84. We're going to rock the 72 round drum. This weapon has a ridiculously fast fire rate. We're going to need every single bullet. We're rocking the NST 81 barrel for that sound suppression, bullet velocity, hip fire accuracy, as well as bullet velocity. Now, for the tuning, we are going to be increasing damage range at +0.23 and more aim walking speed at -0.27. Overall, a great attachment tune combo here. This is going to be an attachment that's going to allow us to kind of flank and use this weapon as a primary, not really a submachine gun if you wanted to. Now, for the laser, we have the FGX DX70. This is going to be a great attachment. Remember, it is a pistol, so we definitely want to take advantage of increased aim down sight speed, aiming stability, as well as sprint to fire speed. For the tuning, we are going to be bumping up that aim down sight speed some more at -44.42 and sprint to fire speed at -0.06. And then finally, to go ahead and make this weapon a submachine gun, we are rocking that Siege wire stock to bump up that aim walking speed, recoil control, as well as sprint speed. For the tuning, we are going to be increasing aim walking speed at -1.32 and more aim down sight speed at -1.94. Overall, a fantastic attachment here, and this is overall going to make sure that we can hose people with this gun. It's a pistol, submachine gun. It does it all, man. It is an amazing class setup. And overall, if you don't even want to tune it, You don't have to, because this weapon is solid without tuning. For the main of the setup, we are going to rock the stun grenade, proximity mine, and for the perks, double time scavenger, resupply, quick fix, as well as the field upgrade set to pro with munitions box and dead silence. You can't go wrong with this class, and it is amazing. I know a lot of people like to talk smack on the FR AVANCER, but I think this class setup will speak for itself. Now for setup number 2, we're taking a look at the Season 5 M4 build. This is phenomenal. If you guys are fed up with taking out campers, getting taken out by campers, this setup is going to allow you to sit back, post up, and drop some easy nukes. It's also good at close range too, so don't think you have to play like, you know, one of those guys. Now for the first attachment, we are going to rock the X10 grip to increase that sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed. For the tuning, we are going to be bumping up sprint to fire speed to -0.44 and more aim down sight speed at -0.39. We are not running a stock. These are completely irrelevant on the setup, but we are going to rock an optic, and the VOK 4.0 is amazing on the M4. Honestly, it's almost like this is the optic that was suited for this AR because it works entirely too well at any and all ranges. For the tuning, we are going to be increasing aim down sight speed at -1.74, and we're also adjusting that eye position to far at -1.31. We are not running a laser. This is a long range build, but we are going to rock the high tower 20-inch barrel to take advantage of recoil control, damage range, bullet velocity, and hip fire accuracy here. For the tuning, we are going to be bumping up aim down sight speed at -0.19 and more recoil steadiness at +0.18. Now for the muzzle, we are going to rock the Echellos 80. This is going to be a great attachment for this weapon. We can get behind their spawn, build a quick and easy streak, and absolutely dominate. We have sound suppression, bullet velocity, damage range, recoil smoothness, and for the tuning, we are going to be increasing bullet velocity at +0.74 and more recoil smoothness at +1.26. Now we are going to rock the F-Tech Ripper 56 here. This is going to be a great attachment, furthering smoothing out that recoil pattern. We have a 0 recoil M4 setup that is literally going to be a point and shoot laser. Aim out stability, hip fire accuracy, recoil stabilization, you can't go wrong here. For the tuning, we are going to be bumping up more aim out of stability at +0.08 and recoil stabilization at +0.59. In the firing range, it doesn't make sense. This gun, for whatever reason, has a quick ADS. I mean, you would think it'd be slow, but I mean, incredibly easy to control, and overall a rock solid class to take out those campers. Now for men of the build, we are going to go ahead and utilize the F-Tech Siege in its submachine gun format. Again, this secondary is going to work even better on this class because we have a long range weapon and a close range weapon. SIR 160 rear grip, the 72 round drum, NST 81 barrel, FGX 870 laser, as well as a Siege wire stock. Remember, tuning is not necessary if you don't want to tune it. We have on the stun grenade, proximity mine, and for the perks, we're rocking double time scavenger, resupply, quick fix, and for the field upgrades pro enabled with munitions box and dead silence. Overall, a phenomenal build. You guys are gonna love this if you're tired of getting taken out by campers, killing campers, and overall just want to drop an easy MGB nuke. The M4 can get it done. Now for setup number 3, we are going to go ahead and rock with the KASTOV 762 here. We have another suppressed build. Normally, I'd rock the 762 loud and proud, but this time, since we are kind of going for nukes, that's the whole purpose of this video, the suppressed 762 is going to be a great option. Now, we have the True Tac grip here. This is going to be the best attachment to run on any of the KASTOVs under the rear grip category, bumping up that sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed. For the tuning, we are going to be increasing sprint to fire speed at -0.16 and more aim down sight speed at -0.45. We're going to rock that KASTOV Rama stock. It's the best stock under the stock category. There's a lot of good options here. The Rama stock is hitting different with that aim walking speed and sprint speed. For the tuning, we are going to be increasing aim walking speed some more at -1.78 and more aim down sight speed at -1.42. We are not running an optic. The iron sights are fantastic on this assault rifle. We're not running a laser. It's not necessary, but we are going to rock a barrel, and the 342mm Socken KL is going to be an absolute W, increasing that aim down sight speed, movement speed, and hip recoil control. It's not going to impact the 2-shot kill potential, so don't worry about that. For the tuning, we are bumping up aim down sight speed at -0.31 and recoil steadiness at +0.45. Now for the muzzle, we are going to rock the Polarfire S. Overall, a great choice here with that sound suppression, bullet velocity, damage range, and recoil smoothness. We can get behind their spawn, tear them up, and get those nukes, man. Now for the tuning, we are going to be increasing more bullet velocity at plus 0.77 and more recoil smoothness at plus 1.40. Now we are going to rock the F-Tech 56 on this class setup also for that additional recoil stability. We're going to smooth out that recoil pattern, and for the tuning, we are going to be bumping up more aim walking speed at negative 0.34 and recoil stabilization at plus 0.57. Once you go ahead and jump in the firing range, it's going to be a piece of cake to control this gun. Quick ADS, and overall a rock solid class that you cannot go wrong with. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that you can still get the 2-shot kills with this. Pop, pop. 2-shot KASTOV build that is suppressed. I mean, it is a monster. I'm telling you guys this right now. For the secondary, we are going to utilize the F-Tech Siege again in its submachine gun format. The SIR 160 rear grip, 72 round drum, and its T81 barrel, the DL70 laser, as well as the good old Siege wire stock. Now we have on the stun grenade, the proximity mine, and for the perks, we are rocking double time scavenger, resupply, quick fix, and for the field upgrades, we have pro enabled with munitions box and dead silence. Overall, amazing setup you guys cannot go wrong with. This is the real deal. You have to go and check it out if you're struggling to get an MGB nuke. Now for class setup number 4, we're gonna go ahead and rock with the LACHMANN sub, aka the MP5 here, man. This is another solid submachine gun that, again, you cannot go wrong with. We are not running a rear grip on this setup, believe it or not. We're going to be skipping over these. We are going to rock a stock, and the Mirror Recoil 56 factory stock is going to be a great choice here because we're going to take advantage of close range and long range. We have aiming stability, recoil control, and sprint speed, which is a nice surprise. For the tuning, we are going to be bumping up aim walking speed at negative 1.47 and aim down sight speed at negative 4. Obviously, the iron sights are good enough here. We're not going to rock any of the optics. The lasers are irrelevant, and we also are going to rock a barrel, which is going to be the L38 Falcon 226mm barrel. This is going to be a great choice, bumping up that movement speed and aim down sight speed. For the tuning, we are going to increase the aim down sight speed to negative 0.37 and more recoil steadiness at plus 0.19. Do not forget to go ahead and equip the SynGuard MK5. This is going to be a suppressed MP5 build. Normally, I'd rock this weapon loud and proud, but again, we are going for nuke, so having that sound suppression, bullet velocity, damage range, and recoil smoothness is going to be a good option for this submachine gun. Now for the tuning, we are going to be increasing more bullet velocity at plus 0.32 and aim down sight speed at negative 0.86. You can't go wrong with this. This is overall a great attachment and tune combination here, and we're also going to couple it with the phase 3 grip for our underbarrel to provide more recoil control to make sure we can take people out at those medium to longer ranges here. We have stability, hip fire accuracy, as well as recoil stabilization. For the tuning, we are going to be increasing more aim auto stability at plus 0.31 and recoil stabilization at plus 0.65. And then finally, we are going to rock the 40 round magazine just so we have enough to take out more than one player at the same time. Once you go ahead and jump in the firing range, you're going to be very happy here because we have a LACHMANN sub build that doesn't have any recoil, guys. It is overall a great class. This is going to be very easy to control and something I think a lot of you guys will be able to drop your first MGB nukes with. Now for men in the build, we are going to go ahead and utilize again the F-Tech Siege in its submachine gun format with that SIR 160 rear grip, the 72 round drum, the T81 barrel, the FGX DL70 laser, as well as the Siege wire stock here, y'all. Now we are going to use the stun grenade, proximity mine, and for the perks, double time scavenger, resupply, quick fix, and for the field upgrades, we have munitions box and dead silence. Overall, a rock solid build you can't go wrong with. Just trying to go ahead and get your first nuke with this should be a breeze. And then finally, for class setup number 5, we are going to be taking a look at the VEL 46. This is going to be a great setup here to go ahead and get behind their spawn and build up a quick and easy streak here. Now for the rear grip, we are going to rock the soldier grip. This is going to be a great attachment, increasing sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed. For the tuning, we are going to be increasing sprint to fire speed some more at negative 0.20 and aim down sight speed at negative 0.65. Overall, a great attachment and tune combo. We are rocking a stock, and the demo RXT stock is actually a great choice for the specific build, because we're not going to take a huge recoil control hit like we would with the collapse stock, but we are going to take advantage of that crouch movement speed, sprint speed, and aim down sight speed. For the tuning, we are going to be bumping up more aim walking speed at -1.39 and aim down sight speed at -1.03. Now, we are not running an optic. These are completely irrelevant. We're skipping over all these. We're not running a laser. We're not going to need any of these, but we are going to rock a barrel, and the Lock DX 203mm is going to be a great choice, allowing us to have increased recoil control, damage range, bullet velocity, and hip fire accuracy. You can't go wrong with this. This is overall a badass class that you're going to be dominating with. Now, for the tuning, you're going to be increasing that aim down sight speed at -0.15 and aim walking speed at -0.27. We are going to rock the SendGuard MK5 here. Again, we're going to run this suppressed because we are going for nukes. So we have that sound suppression, bullet velocity, damage range, and recoil smoothness. For the tuning, we are going to increase that velocity some more at +0.77 and aim down sight speed at -0.54. We're taking advantage of both close range and long ranges with this. And then finally, we are going to rock that shark fin 9 just so we can go ahead and smooth out that recoil pattern and offer zero cons. This is going to be a great attachment on the Vel. I recommend you running this on all of your Vel 46 setups. Now, for the tuning, we are going to be increasing more aim walking speed at -0.13 and aim down sight speed at -0.15. Going ahead and jump in the firing range, another setup in the submachine gun category that has very low recoil, that you should not have any issues taking people out at those medium ranges. So definitely go ahead and give this a try. Main end of the build is going to be the FTAC Siege. Again, submachine gun format, SIR 160, 72 round drum, NXT 81 barrel, FGX DN70 laser, as well as the Siege wire stock. We have on the stun grenade, the proximity mine, and for the perks, double time scavenger, resupply, quick fix, and for the field upgrades pro enabled with munitions box and dead silence. Y'all cannot go wrong with this class setup. It is amazing. These are going to be some of the top 5 best guns to use here in Modern Warfare 2 Season 5 if you're trying to secure your first nuke. If there are 2 sets I want you guys to check out, definitely give the AVANCER a try. It is a very underrated assault rifle. Some people love it, some people hate it, but again, this class setup should put you, in favor of this weapon. And also make sure you guys go ahead and check out the LACHMANN sub. Just a beautiful submachine that you guys cannot go wrong with. And this submachine gun with this suppressed version should be able to get you your first nuke if you're more of a running gun type player. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications. It's been your boy Ears, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.